In less than 24 hours, Kyle Rittenhouse went from being the darling of right-wing conservative MAGA cultists to be one of their most hated and despised persons. There were calls for him to be cancelled, boycotted, unfollowed, and even blocked. He's been called a traitor, backstabber, rhino, and stone-cold loser. He has lost more than 200,000 followers on Twitter in just a few hours and even got blocked by big right-wing accounts like CASTRATE and Joey Manorino. So, what did Kyle Rittenhouse do to draw the eye of MAGA cultists? It all relates to Kyle's choice for president, which happens to not be Trump. When I first heard the outrage, I thought Kyle had endorsed Kamala Harris for president. Surely that's the only thing that could precipitate such extreme MAGA meltdown. But truth, they say, is stranger than fiction. Listen to what Kyle said that got him into so much trouble.
Hi, I'm Kyle Rittenhouse, Outreach Director for Texas Gun Rights. A lot of people are upset that I said I'm going to be writing in Ron Paul for President of the United States. And that is true. I will be writing in Ron Paul. Unfortunately, Donald Trump had bad advisors making him bad on the Second Amendment, and that is my issue. If you cannot be completely uncompromisable on the Second Amendment, I will not vote for you, and I will write somebody else in. We need champions for the Second Amendment, or our rights will be eaten away and eroded each day. I support my decision, and I have no takebacks.
Hey Kyle, how are you holding up with that I have no takebacks thingy?
I support my decision, and I have no takebacks.
More on that later. Once that video was up, MAGA cultists went mad with rage and attacked Kyle, calling him a traitor and even creating a conspiracy that Kyle is actually trans and part of the globalist Illuminati. You can't make this stuff up. CASTRATE, a right-wing account of about 2.7 million followers on Twitter, seemed to take this decision by Kyle as a personal affront. In a now-deleted post, CASTRATE said, when Kyle was at his lowest point in life, facing life in prison with an angry left mob trying everything they could to lock him up and throw the keys away. We stood by him, we sent him tons of money, we cheered for him, Trump stood by him, and now he's talking smack about Trump and going on to write in Ron Paul? When someone backstabs the people who help them like this, I have absolutely zero respect for them and never will going forward. It didn't end there. He kept on going at Kyle throughout the day. In another post he said, I've never in my life following politics for 40 years seen a bigger betrayal than Kyle Rittenhouse. CASTRATE's anger reached a fever-pitched crescendo and he tweeted with a screenshot of him blocking Kyle saying, bye forever. I can stomach a lot of things, but backstabbing millions who supported you at your lowest point, then turning on Trump right after he got shot, can't stomach it, won't put up with it, forgotten forever. Isn't it insane that a man who is at least 60 years old is having a meltdown over the political candidate a kid decided to vote for? With this type of behavior from the right, they have no right to point fingers at the left at being unhinged snowflakes without emotional regulation. At least many of those leftists are young people. How do you explain an old man throwing tantrums like a child over someone else's right to exercise their vote the way they see fit? Perhaps even more shocking was the tweet from Joey Manorino, another right-wing MAGA cultist with almost 500,000 followers. Joey said, at this rate, I wish they would have found him guilty. So many people wasted money on him, time on him, and he does this to us? No, fuck him and the horse he rode in on. So according to Joey, justice should only be reserved for those who agree with him politically. Every other person can be treated unfairly by the justice system as long as they don't belong to Trump's MAGA cult. Good to see right-wingers exposing themselves that they have no principles or values. These are the people who attack Democrats over vote blue no matter who, or who say that black people are in the Democrat plantation because they vote overwhelmingly Democrats. Yet they demand unwavering fealty to a party and to a man. Like a cult, no dissent is allowed, and if you try to leave, they'll destroy you. Whatever happened to people thinking for themselves, making their own choices? Since when is the voting choice of an individual the concern of a whole swath of people? Isn't this collectivism? The right loves to drone on about how they treasure individualism and free thinking. But immediately you express that individualism or free thought in a way they don't like, they attack you, making me to conclude that they have no consistent values and principles. They don't care about individual rights or individualism. They're just as collectivists, but they love to pretend. A movement that has principles would say to Kyle, you're wrong, but we respect your choice. They haven't shown that. They have shown themselves to be dictatorial fascists who would impose their will on everyone. I'm not surprised. They've become everything they criticized the left for years. Collectivists, thin-skinned snowflakes having a fit of rage and breakdown over every little thing that hurts their girly little feelings. To conclude this sad arc, remember when Kyle said, I have no takebacks?
I support my decision and I have no takebacks.
Well, it didn't take 24 hours for him to fold like a bitch and give in to the cultists. He put out a weak, pathetic apology and recantation of his previous position, swearing his undying loyalty to forever leave his head stuck up in Trump's rectum. Joey Manorino, responding to Kyle's back-breaking, said, Kyle Rittenhouse apologized and came back to MAGA. We can stop attacking him now. This is why you have to put intense pressure on people. He likely saw everything flash before his eyes and came back home to where he belongs. Like a mafia boss, he concluded, good on him. He better prove himself loyal now until November 5th. Kyle Rittenhouse's castrated balls was displayed like a trophy on Twitter by MAGA cultists as a message to all those who dare defy them, knowing that they risk losing everything they built on the sandcastle called MAGA. Anyway, that's the video. If you've enjoyed this content or any of my other contents, like, share and subscribe. Support this channel on Patreon. Get my crime fiction novel and poetry book from Amazon. The link is in the description of this video.